Hello everybody, Tom Cosm here. I'm launching today the Automoton. It is a machine that allows you to control 8 different macros for 8 different tracks all in one individual place. Lots of fun for live performance. It's really good to be able to draw your own custom shapes. You can do things like curves, you can change the resolution, you can change the length. You can just muck around and just draw your own shapes, and of course once you've drawn all of these shapes you can go over to your track and actually see that all the macros are moving in time to what you created in the Automoton. It's a lot of fun. As I said, good for live performance, but really good for jamming and production as well. You select the macro knobs that do the most awesome stuff in your particular track, and then you can go ahead and play with things. So let's take a quick look at how it works. First, I'm just going to delete this MIDI track here, which it's running on. You'll see here that I have 8 tracks loaded up. 6 of these are playing preset samples, but I also have a synth here. This is just an operator with a reverb, and I also have a pad. And these are to show you that you can use it with instruments, not just effects. So let me just get this synced in time. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and create a new blank MIDI track. I'm going to rename it to Automoton, like so, and I'm just going to drag the Automoton device into that track, like so. Now this is what it looks like as an actual device. You'll see what you can do is specify which of the 8 tracks that you want the modulation to be applied to. So I'm going to click List, pick the bass, List, pick the kick, List, pick the percussion, and I'm just going through all of my 8 tracks here. We'll go FX1, then we've got the vocals, and then we've got that synth, which is an actual operator, and the pads, which is an operator as well. Once that's done, I'm going to hit the init button, and then I'm going to hit the open button, and you'll see what's happened is we've got 8 tabs across the top here, and each one of these tabs corresponds to one of those tracks that I specified before. You'll see that the name of the macro knobs have automatically appeared inside the modulation area for each of the macros that we can control. Now the Automoton does look for the very first rack in your track. So if you've got a bunch of instrument racks or MIDI racks or effect racks, you need to make sure you group them all together and have one master parent rack, because that's what the Automoton looks for. It's the first rack inside of that track. So now that we've got this all set up, let me go ahead and do something. I'm going to go over to my my bass track over here, and I'm just going to solo it for now. You'll see how all the macro knobs are grayed out. That's because the Automoton is now taking over that. So back to the Automoton, let's open it up and see what we have on track 1. So we have a basic filter. I'm just clicking to add points here. You can see that I can close the filter or I can open it. I can do various shapes like this. If I'm not happy with it, I can click clear. I could do a filter sweep up and down like so. If I wanted it to last for 4 bars, I can choose 4 bars for it to go up and down. And you'll notice when I click, it snaps to a grid point. If the grid point isn't to your liking, you can increase the resolution by using these up and down buttons here. So lots of fun. Let me just clear the filter for now. Let's play with the overdrive amount. Let's bring the resolution down, and let's say on the second half of the bar, I want the overdrive to be at 50%. Let's go back to our bass track, and you'll see now that the overdrive amount is moving up to 50% on that second half of the bar. We'll open it up again. Let's change this to 2 bars long. So now the first bar is going to have no overdrive amount. The second bar will have 50%. Let's make the overdrive frequency 4 bars long, and let's just do some weird shapes here. Let's move it around and then go like this. Hold down the Alt key and we can draw a curve. So you'll see every second bar now the overdrive is going to be turning on, but it's going to be moving in this weird pattern that we've defined over 4 bars. Very good. Let's go back here, open it up again. What else do we have? We have a redux. Let's bring the resolution down a little bit here, and let's have it off and on like this. We'll go up to 50%. Very good. Now I've also got a gate amount. This is just an auto pan with a slight adjustment, so it does a gate type feeling. So what we could do here is, again, let's put the gate amount up to 100% for the second half of the bar, and for the gate time, let's leave it on this and see what this sounds like. If you do put a point in that you don't need, you can shift click to get rid of it, like so. So let's set the gate time at that amount, see what happens. So it's kind of doing now a triplet feeling. Back to the bass track again. You can see the gate amount here turning on the second half of the bar. Very good. And the final thing I have is a beat repeat chance and a beat repeat time. Remember, these macros are completely up to you, what kind of effects or parameters that you want to have on a track. So let's open it up and look at the beat repeat chance. I'm going to bring the resolution down for this. What we'll do is we'll have the beat repeat chance on 100 for the first half, and we'll bring it down. And the beat repeat time is obviously way too fast. Let's see what it sounds like in the middle. Let's bring the resolution up a bit here on the vertical axes. Very good. Now let's move over to the Synth 1 track. You'll notice that I have an operator. What I've done is I've mapped some of the macros to various things within the operator, like the filter frequency, resonance, the Oscar B level, so it's in FM mode, the B course value, which is the FM course value, LFO amount, LFO rate, and I believe the LFO is attached to the actual pitch of the oscillators, and then we have a pitch envelope amount, and we have a glide time. So let's play this one here. Pretty simple so far. We'll go into the Automoton, open it up, go over to track 7, which is the one we were talking about. Let's make the filter frequency 4 bars long, and let's just do some very slight wobbles. I've got it set so the macro, when it's on 0, it's fully open. Bring this up a little bit more. I'm just clicking around randomly here for this example. Let's make this 1 bar so it's fast. Or 2 bars will do. We could bring the filter resonance up so that it creeps up in the second half. And here's the oscillator B. Oh, that was too much. Let's drag that down a bit. So the oscillator B level, remember this was the FM amount. Let's make this 4 bars long, and let's go from, we'll say 0 to 75%, but we'll give it a little bit of a curve. Let's get rid of that point there. And we'll alt drag that down. So the FM is going to slowly come in. Let's change the B course to this value here. And then we'll have the LFO amount kind of come up here, and we'll make the rate quite fast. Very good. And let's give it lots of glide time. Let's make the glide time 8 bars long, and we'll have no glide time. Actually, let's have it fade like that. That's kind of fun. Let's actually bring it down to 50% as well. And this here is the pitch envelope amount. So as you can see from this one device, you can go into any of your tracks and start adjusting all the macro knobs for those tracks. Again, I use this in my live performance. It's so handy to have all in one place. It's also really good with a touchscreen. Like right now, at the moment, I'm simply touching with my finger. I don't have to use my mouse. If you do have a touchscreen enabled, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, that is the Automoton 1.0. Link is in the description on how you can go and grab it. If you've got any bugs or any feature requests, please get in touch with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how it can be advanced or things that can be fixed, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I have made it. Okay, Tom Cosm out. Cheers.